Hi guys, it's Arlene from A Crafty Latina, and today I want to bring you a quick tutorial on a couple of Cricut Joy cards that you can make, and how the Cricut Joy works, and how quick and easy you can make cards for any occasions. But for today I'm going to make Mother's Day cards because that's what's coming up this weekend, and I'm truly excited to show you this quick tutorial. So first, I opened Cricut Design Space. Here it is, and the first thing that I do is go up to the top where it says your name, and it has right here where it says explore. Right now, this is where you select the machine that you're going to be using, and I like doing that first because then it eliminates all of the projects that Joy cannot do. So let's change this to Cricut Joy. That's what I'll be using. And then all of a sudden, it clears up the bottom of Cricut Access, like things. These are the things that you can make with Cricut Joy. So I'm going to pick one of the cards that they have. And I like this one. It's like a mom ribbon card. So once we click on it, this is the project I decide to do. You're going to notice a couple of things. If you've worked with Cricut products, machines before, normally you have the opportunity right here. There's always an option of customizing it. For Cricut Joy pre-made cut cards, you do not have that option of customizing it. You have an option of customizing the color cardstock that you use in the backing, but the design itself, it's if you use one of their pre-made Cricut Joy projects, you cannot customize it. So let's go through this and see what else we see. Usually if there's more than one picture, you can click here and it would show you if there were more images of the finished product. As you scroll down, it's going to tell you the description of what the product is. It's going to tell you what the finished size is. So as you know, the Cricut Joy is much smaller, and 5.5 is really the max size that you can get width-wise on this machine. And then the materials that you're going to need to cut, you're going to need the Cricut Joy insert cards and whatever choice color. They did it in cream gold matte holographic, but you can pick whatever color from the packages that you have. You need your Cricut Joy card mat, and then you need a scraper for after. And then it gives you the instructions to place the card on the Cricut Joy card mat. If you have not used a Cricut card mat before, I really encourage you to go down where it says more help, and there's a card mat 101. There's actually a video tutorial there to also help you figure out how you place the cards inside the card mat. So guys, I just wanted to show you, this is the insert card packs that I'm using. It's the Cricut Joy, the 10 cards. It's a Glitz and Glam package. So I think it's perfect for the Best Mom Ever card, because I'm going to do it in similar colors that they have. They have a holographic, but I'm going to put the glitter gold insert on it. And this is the card we're going to use. So this is the card mat, as I mentioned, and let's insert it. It'll bring it straight down to the measurement, 4.25, 5.5. It brings it to the edge. This is the part that sticks to your mat. And then you send it, you put it in. So let's hit make it on our make it on the computer. So the material's loaded, so it'll ask you material load type. Is it on the card mat? Is it without the mat? And usually there's a screen before this that lets you pick that. So this may be new. And you do it here on the side. So without the mat, if you do it on Cricut Joy, without the card mat, you would do it on their smaller version of that green mat, that cutting mat that we use for the regular size Cricuts. They actually have a small version that's the width of like 5.5. So without the mat would be, if you're using vinyl, the smart vinyl that you don't need a mat. On the mat would be if you're using their small version of the Cricut cut mat. And then on the card mat, which is what we're going to use, is the card mat that's specifically made for cutting these Cricut Joy cards. So again, you'll see the material size is 4.25 by 5.5. So we're not changing, no, we're not changing anything. You hit continue, and it's going to connect your Joy. It may take a little bit of time because I know they're having some issues with Design Space this weekend. So I'm hoping this, now it's getting firmware, so something's updating. There we go. Just cardstock is what I'm using. default, I'm going to use a little more pressure so it can cut straight through, and load the fine point blade, which I have. It comes with that, with the fine point blade already. And then load mat into machine. And when it says load mat into machine, this is it. You just like push it and it takes it automatically. You don't have to push any buttons. You have to do nothing here. It takes it in and makes sure it's aligned. And then there's no go button. There's no little flashing green. You go on your laptop or your phone or wherever you're doing it and you hit the go button. And it's going to just cut your project. Cutting is a lot faster than writing on the Cricut Joy. I've done both. It writes perfectly and I love it, but it's just a little slower than my Explorer. So, I mean, it's up to you, but it does a perfect job of writing. And just so you know, you cannot use the same pens from your Explorer or your Maker in the Cricut Joy. They're smaller, it's like a little fatter barrel that goes in there. So it's a completely different pen. You cannot use the same pens. They can't interchange pens between the Explorer, Maker, and the Joy. So it's cutting pretty quickly. We're already at, 35%. I'm going to let it do its thing and I'll fast forward through this for you. Yeah, everything's coming. See how everything already, you see it's all coming off. That's perfect. So always know that you can do a rerun if you have not removed the mat. Once you remove the mat, it's not going to align exactly the same way. So always check your project by lifting a little corner to see if everything's cut through. If not, you hit rerun. If it's finished and you like it, then you hit the unload button on your device, and then the mat will pull out. So here it is. Everything is cut out. So we're just going to lift it off. Everything that should come off, comes off. Everything that should stay on, stays on, hopefully. This part needs to stay with me. Hold on. Sometimes you just have to be really careful about what you're pulling, because there's things that need to stay. Okay, perfect. So if you can see, this is everything that cut out. Exactly. And then you just take your scraper and you scrape that off like you would. So here's your card. Everything cut out like it should. Perfect. Now we just want to put the insert on the back so it sticks out. The wording stands out more. So I'm using the gold insert, and those 4 little corner cuts, that's exactly what it's for, is this backing goes in there. It's pretty easy. You just flip the corners in there. That's it. And this is the last one. And that's perfect. And there goes your Best Mom Ever card. Simple. If we didn't do a second pass, like if my blade was sharper, you can kick one of these out in like 5 minutes. Like, you could easily do a quick card. The other thing that I encourage you to do is get a piece of cardstock, and you know that this is like 4.5. Just make it a little smaller and write your sentiment on it, and then you can just glue that piece of cardstock with your writing, whatever message you want to do, and you can do that on here. And you could have your Cricut Joy write that. So here's a quick card with the Cricut Joy. They have so many different options. They have birthdays, thank yous, any card you want. They have options that you can use, and different Mother's Day options too. So here, quick card for Mother's Day. And if you have not unboxed your Cricut Joy, or you're not sure if you're interested in your Cricut Joy, I'm going to link to the bottom to my other video and blog post where I do my full unboxing and talk about my first impressions on it. So again, this is Arlene from A Crafty Latina, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.